Hey.
No.
Did you come to be on the video?
No.
Yeah? You know what that is, huh? What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day, gamer here. Thanks for tuning into my channel for another episode of What's Happening YouTube. We are apparently going to be briefly joined, hopefully, by my excellent co-host, Angry Baby, who is not angry at all today. But yeah, sorry it's been a while since I've seen you guys. He's been keeping my hands full, but more so, the food truck has been occupying all my time. And but in the time that it was too hot to be outside and there was nothing to work on at the food truck, I've been playing some video games. And I took down some good ones, so we've got some stuff to talk about. Looks like maybe he's gonna grab one. Okay, well, let's just start with, we're not gonna go in order here. Apparently we're winging it, but show him, buddy. Show him. Baseball Stars 2. Thank you very much, bud. Thank you. Ever since the day I got this and threw it in for 10 minutes and never touched it again, I was sure it was a terrible game. I don't know why. The first one is so good, and I just thought this one sucked. But turns out that it's actually pretty good. It's not as good as the first one, but it's pretty good. It's got a lot of similarities, but they kind of fell back. Do you want to see that? Well, that one's next. That one's next. Okay. So, Baseball Stars 2. Baseball Stars 1, one of my top NES games. Fantastic. It's a fun sports game that has RPG elements. You win the game, you get the cash, you power up your guys, you make an awesome team. Not a sports game guy so much, but super like that one. When I tossed in part 2, I don't know why I didn't like it, but I think it was because you can't name the players on your team. What's that about? If you can do it in the first one, why can't you do it in the second one? Everything else was pretty similar. Gameplay, graphics, whatnot. It was all very similar to the first one, except there was just some quality of life backtracks that were not as good as the first game. But I once again need to apologize to Lucius T from LT Showcase, because he was talking about getting that game but hadn't played it, and then I commented that it was just terrible, don't bother. Turns out I was wrong. Doesn't happen very often, so enjoy this moment. The first game I want. No, you know what? What? Show him that game. Grab the other one, Mav. Damn. Am I talking too loud? Grab the game that you just had. Grab that one. Show him that one. A rare Game Gear edition. I've had this one for a bit, but didn't put too much time in it, and that is none other than Ninja Gaiden. So we don't play many Game Gear titles here on the channel. Wasn't something that I had back in the day. On my Retro Freak, I got the adapter where I can play Game Gear games. I probably have 6. The best one is Vampire Master of Darkness. Fantastic game. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this one. This is a pretty damn good game too. So the controls are good. They take a touch getting used to. Once you get used to them, which happens fast, you breeze right through it. The game itself is rather easy. I have not beat it yet. This was supposed to be the last game we talked about here on the video, but since Angry Baby was helping out and he grabbed this one, we're talking about it now. Graphics, pretty stellar for a Game Gear. Like I said, don't have a lot of Game Gear experience, but I would assume that most Game Gear games would be pretty shitty because it's a Game Gear, right? But no, I like the graphics on this. Like I said, the controls are pretty good. The sound's pretty good. The game itself is rather easy. Despite not having beat it yet, I am on the last board, or what I believe to be the last board. It switches up a lot here. You know, your first stage is your typical Ninja Gaiden side-scroller slasher. More of the same in the second board. Then the third board is vertically climbing. You're on the sides of 2 buildings going up. Thought that was really cool. The boss in that ended up being damn easy though. Moving on to the fourth stage, which was super short, breezed through. It's got another one of the 2-phase end bosses. Took me a little while to get him down. Now that I know the pattern, super easy. I can breeze my way to the 5th and final stage, or what I believe to be the final stage, in no time at all now. So I'm guessing I give this game another hour, and I'm knocking it off the list. Staying in the not in order. Maverick? What's up? You got something to tell us? Camera's still on. You want to see yourself again? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. There he is. There he is. So, I was briefly on one of the social medias. I think I whatever.
Yeah.
I was on one of them. Saw Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, posted that she'd beat this. Now we're talking about. Gotta get it open. Tetris on the original Game Boy. Right, like, yeah, we've all played this game, haven't we? If you haven't played this game, get off my channel. Well, it turns out that game type B is a lot like Dr. Mario. Well, not a lot like, but kind of like Dr. Mario, where you gotta get so many lines completed, and the blocks, they're already random, so you have to finish completing those. You're seeing the gameplay here, so you know what I mean by my crappy description. But I was instantly hooked, really liked it. Started it on the highest level with the most difficult speed, and it was tough as nails, but I was just hooked. And after about an hour jamming on it, maybe a little more, I did beat it. So I can add the Tetris to the games I completed so far, because I don't think you can complete the first one. You can get more lines and get a different little ending thing, but I don't think you can complete it. This one ends. Started on the highest difficulty, highest speed, 25 lines is all you got to complete. Sounds easy, right? It's not. It's super tough. But being a Tetris semi-professional, didn't have that much time. It definitely is adding some replayability for me. Not that you need an excuse. Replayability for the original Tetris, right? It's like crack. You throw it in and next thing you know, hours went by and your thumbs and eyes hurt. But I thought that was cool. And after all these years, I don't know why I never bothered it. So thanks, Linda. Linda, by the way, is fucking hilarious. I met her a couple times at conventions. And you see her on her video, she just seems like, you know, I don't know, I just assume she'd be super quiet. She's kind of quiet. Hilarious. What's up, Linda? So we're out of order here. We're going to go to this one here. The next two, the last two, I'm going to do videos on these. So like I said, we're talking about what's happening. This isn't the video about games that I've beat, even though it kind of is. It's getting into what's happening. So I haven't done many videos, but that doesn't mean I haven't been putting in the work. Like I said, 2 of these games I beat specifically because I wanted to, but to make a video for them. So I'm going to resurrect a series that I was doing called Games You Probably Never Heard Of, or something or other. Can't recall if that was exactly how I worded it, but it's going to be something along those lines. And I don't know if I should mention it, because if I do, then you'll have heard of it. It won't be such a surprise when the video comes out. Well, we'll just touch it briefly, I guess. Otherwise, the video will be over now, and you'll be unsatisfied. Anyhow, the game I'm talking about is for the Super Nintendo, and it is a game you've probably never heard of until now. So you're welcome. Or are you welcome? That game is none other than, I'm going to make sure I get it right, Power Pigs of the Dark Age. So Power Pigs of the Dark Age is an extremely unique title that probably went unnoticed because of the name and the unfantastic protagonist, Power Pig from medieval age. I really like this game. Does that mean you're going to? Not necessarily. I like the graphics, I like the sound, I like the premise, I like the story, which is super crazy. Your medieval ages, all the donuts were taken. You have to get them back, I guess, because you're a pig. But yeah, your sub-weapon is donuts that you collect, have different powers. But the controls, they're wonky. I've had this for a while. I toss it in here and there because I like it and I wanted to beat it, but it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. Some of the some of the levels are just too fucking long. Now, SNES Drunk just did a video on this. I watched his, and I was just like, you know what? That's it. I'm taking this out. In his video, he stated that he could not, and I did. So that made me feel good. I beat a game that SNES Drunk didn't. But don't want to talk too much about this. This would have been an awesome game if it weren't for the wonky, floaty controls and some of the levels dragging on entirely too long, despite having some checkpoints. That's where we're going to leave it. Power Pigs of the Middle Ages. Look to the video coming out soon, titled series, whatever, games you probably never heard of or something. There you go. The last game, the most important game in this video, is the one I worked on for the longest, despite it not being that long of an RPG. I'd just taken out another one in between taking a break from Phantasy Star, which I still haven't beat. But this is a game that I put a lot of time into back in the day. We'll backstory it in the video that comes out. The video itself is a new series. It's going to be the first of a new series I'm doing. And I forget what I was going to call it. But it's about RPGs. And I believe I was going to call it RPG Adventure. I don't have my notes in front of me because Angry Baby ran away with them along with Tetris, which I must find after this. But I think we're calling it RPG Adventure. It's obviously going to be about RPGs. It's going to be more than just the game. It's going to be the story of me playing the game back in the day and how I got the games and whatnot. I'm really excited about this series because I am. Obviously, swinging it around, you saw it, Dragon Warrior. The teeth cutter RPG for most people my age. Dragon Warrior. We're talking the first one. We're talking the game that came free with your subscription, Nintendo Power back in the day. That never happened before. Came with maps, player's guide, monster manual. The game itself has very lackluster graphics. It's a turn-based RPG, obviously you know that. I think what hooked me the most is the fact that you got this big poster with all the monsters and all their stats on it. So it was kind of like I wanted to collect them all. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I very well could be, but I kind of think that's the premise of Pokemon. But I literally have never played or seen a Pokemon game, and I never intend to. Sorry if Pokemon's your thing. I don't know why I don't like it. I don't care. If that's the case how they are, I probably would love them. But I've been stubborn this long, haven't played Pokemon yet, and I don't think I'm going to. Honestly, I'm not sure why, because everybody just raves about them, but I don't know. I'm a dick. I'm a stubborn, bitter old man, and I'm not going to change my ways. But Dragon Warrior, okay? I'm nearly positive I beat it back in the day. I know that I got to Dragon Lord. You see his second form, and before you fight him, he asks you if you want to join him or not. I remember that back in the day. I'm assuming I did beat it because I had countless hours to do things like play turn-based RPGs on the 8-bit system of my choice. But I couldn't recall it for sure. Now it's definitely logged out in the books. So many years gone by without me playing this, and that was because of one reason. one reason only. Stairs. Remembering that you had to select stairs to climb the stairs seemed so stupid to me. It just put me off the game. You know, I'd see it up on the shelf and be like, oh, my Dragon Warrior? I'd be like, stairs, like that's not gonna hold up well. To my surprise, the game held up fantastically. I don't know why I had the bad memories and didn't want to play it for all this time, but I was extra pleasantly surprised because it'd been a while since I tossed this sucker in and gave it some love, and I'm glad I did, and it made me spark the new series that's coming up. If you like RPGs, you're gonna love it. If you don't like RPGs, you're probably still gonna love it because you obviously like watching my channel, and it'll be a video on my channel where I get drunk and ramble. So, pretty sure that's our thing. So look forward to those 2 new videos coming out, or don't look forward to them and watch them when I end up posting them. But that's it for today. I got my robe on. I'm going to bed. Yeah, I've been working so much and haven't really been drinking. I've been going to bed early and getting up early. It's kind of lame, but it's my life now. Plus, Angry Baby's gonna rush in here any minute because it's his bedtime, so he's all super energized because he's got to show us how not tired he is before he goes to bed, as you can see. So he's about 3. We put him to bed at 10. He fights it till like 10:30 or 11. What time should a 3-year-old go to bed? I don't know. Fill me in for those of you that are in the know. But thanks for tuning into my channel and listening to me ramble. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And until next time, YouTube, keep it retro!